Okay. Okay. We will start the session, right? So we can't wait, right? So someone tell me, what do you mean by cloud computing? So what is the importance of cloud computing nowadays? Tell me. So is it useful? What do you think? Why we need to get some certifications or some professional skills in cloud computing? Tell me. So why nowadays the cloud computing becomes more famous compared with the traditional uh, physical machines or on-premise machines? Now most of the industries, they are migrating to cloud. What is the reason for that? Did you search what about the jobs nowadays available for cloud engineers, right? So we have different cloud service provided, Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, IBM Cloud, right? Likewise, there are different cloud service providers, right? So now here I'm going to explain AWS, right? Amazon Web Services, one of the cloud service provider, right? We are one of the institute, right? Under the AWS Academy, right? So Amazon Web Service, they have some academy. So under the academy, we are registered, right? So because of that collaboration, right, they are giving, there are so many free courses to follow our students, right? So yeah, we are one of the organization, right? So I will show you the screen, right? There are some organization, they are collaborate with the AWS. I will share the screen. Wait a minute. So why I'm sharing now, right? You're in your third years, right? So this is the correct time to polish your career, right? So maybe you can, now you already decide which area you are familiar, you are expertise, and you can establish your career, right? So whatever the career, right? Maybe whether you are moving for the software sides or whether you are moving for network sides, right? So always cloud engineers, they have a big demand nowadays, right? So these are the universities, right? Especially if you think, wait, I will share the screen, right? Sorry. So just look at the window, right? So up to now, these are the universities, they are collaborate with AWS, right? So in Sri Lanka, these are the university, University of Moratuwa, University of Colombo, right? We are the third state university, right? Southeastern University of Sri Lanka, right? So others are private universities, right? So we three collaborate with AWS Academy in Sri Lanka. So altogether, these are the all the universities, they are uh, uh, work under AWS Academy, right? So yeah. So the important thing here, right? Now they AWS introduce some uh, programs, right? So once you planning to sit for some AWS certification, right? So AWS certification is one of the professional certification, right? Already we heard some professional certification, right? It means if you have some professional certification, because of that certification, you are getting some jobs, right? So easily you can get some jobs because of those certifications, right? So anyone tell me, did you heard about any certifications related to AWS? Anyone just raise your hands if you heard about AWS certifications. Please just raise your hands if you heard about uh, AWS certifications. Maybe, or maybe you can turn on your mic and answer my questions. At least heard about these professional certification, right? Maybe if you have LinkedIn profiles, you can go while you are browsing the LinkedIn profile, you can realize there are so many activities going on. There are so many certifications. So there are so many programs are conducted by AWS, right? So anyone heard about this professional certification, AWS certifications? Just answer my question, right? Anyone? I don't ask any questions, right? Just to find out whether you are already planning for AWS certifications. Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, someone responds throughout the message, right? So, okay, what do you think? What are the different areas you can certify? You become a professional certification in AWS. Tell me, what are the different areas you become a certified professionals? Do you have an idea? Okay, I will share a window, then you can easily understand what are the course modules or uh, what are the different careers you can decide. Yeah, yeah. One says DevOps engineers, right? So you can define your career as a DevOps engineer, right? Maybe you can complete the solution architect, Amazon AWS solution architect certification, and you can establish your career, right? So yeah, I will share a window, right? Then you can. Okay, if you look at here, right, these are the different AWS course certifications available, right? So if you go through these, right, throughout this AWS Academy, you can get certified professionals, right? So these are the professional journey, right? Your professional certification journey start from here, right? So the initially you need to get an idea about the cloud computing, right? So what are the features of cloud computing, right? How the cloud computing works, right? What is their internal architectures, right? So you need to understand that structure, right? Uh, what is the framework they are using in cloud computing, right? What are the advantages we are using? How we are utilize the cloud services, right? There are so many basic foundation level things you need to understand before you go into the depth level of cloud computing, right? So first of all, you need to get an idea of the fundamentals, right? If you get a good fundamental things, then only it will help you to uh, go more depth level into the technology, right? So as a initial level, so you need to get this AWS Academy Cloud Foundation, right? So today I will assign you the Cloud Foundation course module throughout the university domain email, right? Throughout your student email ID, I will today I will assign you the course module, right? So AWS Cloud Foundation, that is a course module, right? So once you successfully complete that course module, you can earn this badge, right? You're earning this digital badge, right? So this digital badge you can use this digital badge uh, for your profile, right? Maybe in your LinkedIn profile you can add this digital badge. So for that course module you need to actively participate, right? There are some quizzes, right? There are some lab activities. So you complete all the things, then only you achieve these, right? Initially they have some sessions, right? The content session, right? They will explain the basics aspects. After that you have some knowledge test, right? So similarly you have some lab sessions. Once you complete all the things, also you have some final assessments. Once you complete those things, you are getting this initial batch, AWS Academy Cloud Foundation batch, right? So with this batch, right, you can based on this content, you can sit for the associate level exams, right? So first thing you need to get this batch. After you are getting this batch, there are some other platforms. Then on that platform, you are practicing some examination uh, modules, right? Then you can sit for these exams, right? AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner Foundation exams, right? So normally, right, you can found just you can search in the internet, right? What is the cost if you want to sit for the exams as a individuals, right? As an individual, if you want to sit for the AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner exams, just you can search in the internet, you can find out what is the cost you need to spend, right? Okay, I will share the screen. Right? Then yeah. Okay, this is the cost, right? So if you want to sit for the exam, right? This is a 90 minutes exam. There are 65 questions, right? You need to earn 70 percentage of the marks to get the certifications, right? So, yeah. So these are the different languages, right? The cost for this exam, right? Yeah, $100, right? So normally, as an individual, right? If you wish to sit for the exam, that is $100, right? Around 30,000 you need to spend, right? But because of this AWS Academy, you can earn a voucher free of charge, right? Without spend a single rupee, you can earn this voucher, right? So once you successfully complete this course module, then you can practice for the exams, right? Then you can sit for the exams, right? So that for the exam, you are getting a free vouchers throughout the AWS Academy program, right? I will show you how to get that vouchers, right? So this is associate level, right? This is a foundation, right? Here we have different course module, right? So maybe once you complete the foundation course module within 2 months, right? Then I will assign the rest of the course modules with you guys, right? So it's up to your interest, right? How interest you are actively participate on these modules. Depending on that, I will assign different course module, right? So that's the foundation level course module, right? Maybe if you complete the foundation level, maybe someone planning to become a DevOps engineer or the solution architect. So they have some certification, right? So maybe you can decide your career this way, right? AWS solution architect, right? So for this architect level, you need this up to now. Once you complete this foundation, you get a clear idea about the basics, fundamental aspects of the cloud computing, right? So you don't need to worry about that one. So then maybe you can earn this batch. Then also you can, we have some different courses, right? Course module, right? You can follow this course module and that cloud architecting course module, right? Cloud web application building course module. Then once you successfully complete these course module, then you can apply for the next exams, right? Associate level exams, right? Solution architect, associate level examinations, right? Similarly, maybe you are planning to establish your career in machine learning area, right? So then you have some basic course module, cloud, AWS Academy, machine learning foundations, right? Then there are some another basic course module, NLP course module, right? So once you complete this, maybe you can apply for these exams, right? Or maybe you can define your career in data engineers, data scientist field, right? So you have this type of courses, right? Then you can, if you are network students, maybe you can define as a security engineers, right? So then you can follow these course module, right? Cloud foundation security, then cloud architecting, cloud security builders, right? Then you can get this associate level uh, professional certifications, right? Maybe you are planning to become a developer, software engineers, right? So you have developer associate, right? System operation administrators. For network students, maybe you can define your career as a uh, AWS certified systems ops, system operations administrators, right? Maybe these are the different areas, right? So you can establish your career with the help of these course modules, right? So in this diagram, they are showing how the career path, right? So maybe first thing you need to, the initial thing, the course module. Today I will assign you guys, right? The Cloud Foundation course module. Once you successfully complete that course module, then you can establish your career depending on your interest and your career plans, right? Maybe you can choose your career as a solution architect or machine learning, data engineers, data scientist, security, developers, operations, data center. So there are different career path you have once you complete some of the certifications throughout this AWS Academy, right? So do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? Any questions you need to ask me? Or anything to clarify, please let me know. Any questions? Anyone need to clarify anything? Please let me know, right? Any questions? Okay, if you don't have any questions, right? Yeah, I directly move to the course module, right? So this is the course module, right? I will share with you, right? So yeah. So today, maybe after the session, right, you are getting an email, right? So already you have a student email IDs. For your student email IDs, you are getting a invitation to join this AWS Cloud Foundation course module, right? So then you need to create an account, right? So you can create an account uh, with this module, right? Then you are accessing this course module, right? Once you get that link for your student email IDs, you can follow the instructions, right? So you are getting an email with the link to access the course module. So this is the course module I will assign you, right? AWS Academy Cloud Foundation, right? So you are getting this window. Inside this window, there are so many things you need to complete, right? So once you go to the modules, right? First, I will change as a student. I will shift my view as a student view, right? Then it's easy for you, right? Yeah. Yeah, look at exact the same window once you successfully log into the AWS Academy, right? So you're getting an email to follow the AWS Academy Cloud Foundation course module. Just go through the instructions you are getting throughout the email. Then once you successfully create your account, right? Then you are getting this dashboard, right? So in this dashboard, you have different modules, right? So you need to complete these modules, right? So once you go to this module, right here, there are altogether 10 modules are there, right? Each module, they have so many different unique contents, right? So one by one, you need to complete the content, right? So every module, you have some exams, right? So you have some quizzes, right? To check your knowledge, you need to uh, sit for some knowledge test activities, right? So these are the things we are uh, get a knowledge throughout this course module, right? So in the cloud foundation, right, AWS Academy Cloud Foundation course module, they are giving an introduction about this course, right? So you can read one by one. There are some surveys, some knowledge tests. There are so many things. So once you complete those things, you are getting the digital badge, right? So completion in the sense you need to pass all the exams, all the knowledge tests by 70% of the marks. Also, you have some lab activities also there, right? So here, right, they are giving some instructions, right? How you can go through the course module, what are the prerequisites, right? The student guide is there. Right? So you need to follow this course module, right? So one by one, you can click and go through, right? The first module, they will give a brief introduction about the cloud concept, right? So what is the concept of cloud computing, right? So even up to now, you don't have an idea, right? But once you complete these uh, content, the video content, some uh, documents, some videos, right? So just you can follow all the aspects of this course module, then you are getting a vast knowledge on this topic, right? So yeah, the first module, concept of cloud computing. So right, what is the concept, right? They are giving an introduction about cloud computing. What are the advantages of cloud computing? They are giving some introduction videos, right? How we are moving to the AWS cloud. So these are the things we cover in the first module, right? Then the second module, right? The billing and economics, right? So the important thing, how efficiently we are utilizing the resources in cloud computing. Depending on that, we need to pay the money, right? But for this course, there is no any credit card or any other things you need. You are getting hands-on experience with AWS cloud platform without any credit cards or without any uh, payment gateway, you can access the hands-on experience with AWS cloud platform, right? So here they are tell how we are efficiently utilize different cloud computing resources, right? How we can efficiently design the application, right? So everything is defined, discussed by cloud economics and billing application module, right? The module three, AWS global infrastructure, right? How they are globally infrastructure is established in different countries and different regions, right? what is the securities, right? Network and content delivery, right? How they are creating subnets and how they are creating virtual network, how they are connecting. So everything is we will discuss under the network and content delivery, right? The next step is a compute engine, right? Compute engine means we are creating some virtual machines, right? How the virtual machines are working, how we are creating virtual machines, right? We are getting a depth level of knowledge in the networking areas, also the computing area, right? So the computing mean virtual machine creations, right? We are creating clusters, we are creating containers, right? We are creating compute instances. What are the different types of instance? What are the different types of OS we can install? So everything we will discuss throughout these computing module, right? So the next one is a storage services, right? S3 is one of the storage services, right? So we are discussing about databases, right? MongoDB database is there, relational database. There are so many aspects we are discussing in the database module, right? So once you extract each module, you are getting, right? So what is the meaning of DynamoDB? What is Redshift, Aurora, right? There are so many things, right? So the next module, cloud architect, right? How we will architect a cloud, right? So those things are defined by here, right? The last module, auto scaling and monitoring, right? So the important thing with that AWS, we don't need to manually observe the things, right? We can automate the things. We don't need to manually observe the things, right? So once you auto scale the things, it automatically monitor, automatically send an email or message, right? So that much of facilities are available in AWS, right? So once you complete these all modules, right? So sometimes inside some modules, right, you have some lab activities, right? So if you look at the yeah, if you look at some modules, they have some lab sheets, right? So the lab one, right, how they are creating identity access management, IAM services, right? So this is the security services, right? So role-based access, right? Service-based access. So everything is defined inside this module, right? So you need to understand how we can evaluate the human and the human needs, right? Okay. So similarly, every module they have some knowledge test also, right? So it means there are some spot quizzes, right? There are 10 to 15 questions. You need to score above 70% of the marks. Then only they will allow you to get the final digital badge, right? So once you successfully complete all the modules, you are getting you can climb the digital badge, right? You are earning a digital badge from AWS, right? From Amazon Web Services, you are earning a digital badge once you successfully complete all the activities, right? Any questions? Any questions? So once you successfully complete all the 10 modules, right, at least you need to spend 30 to 50 hours, right? So to effectively learn the concept, you need to spend 30 to 50 hours, right? So then only you're getting a clear idea about the things, right? If you have any questions or if you are not clear with the content, maybe you can communicate with me in the faculty or you can meet me and you can clarify the doubts. So if you have anything to clarify related to the contents, right? uh, yeah, maybe once you complete all 10 modules, you have a final assessment, right? So you can earn 70% of the marks in the final assessment. Once you complete all these things, then only they will provide you the digital bets, right? So this sandbox environment, with the help of this environment, we can access the AWS real-time platform, right? The next thing, right? You can here you can earn the digital badge, right? So we can provide you as feedback, right? So here I already told you once you complete this module, after that they guide you. There are so many guidelines how we can go to the certification, right? So what is the procedure? I can go to that certifications, right? So what are the documents? What are the materials I need to go through? How I can practice for the test? How I can get the mock questions and practice. So everything is guided throughout this content, right? So once you successfully complete this course module, you are earning a digital badge. Those badges you can share with someone throughout your LinkedIn profile, right? So I will show you. Yeah, these are some of the badges, right? You can earn once you successfully complete, right? So maybe you can AWS Academy Certified Cloud Foundation. This is the badge you are earning once you successfully complete the module, right? So then you can share this module with your CVs, right? So just here, uh, you can easily share this badge, right? Just click this one and you can share this badge with your different platforms, right? Your LinkedIn profile or your Twitter, that X platform or the Meta. You are using these certification related things in the different platform with the help of these modules, right? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? So yeah, I will share. Okay. Yeah. Now I already told you, you can get the hands-on experience with the AWS course module, right? So maybe normally while you are moving for the industry, definitely you need to get hands-on experience with these technologies, right? Nowadays, most of the companies they are migrating to cloud computing, right? So if you have that familiar, if you are familiar with these platforms and how we are handle that AWS platform, then it's easy for you to continue your day-to-day activities without any barriers, right? So that is a one benefit we are getting with the help of these course module, right? So here the important thing here, yeah, I already mentioned you, you can get the free access, right? Uh, you are getting the free access for AWS cloud platform, right? Okay, this is the environment, right? So after you assign the course module, right? So if you wish to get some hands-on experience, right? So you can go through this one, right? The sandbox, right? Environment. Once you click the sandbox environment, right? It will redirect you to a new page. So once you open this page, wait a minute, it will open it, right? Okay, it takes a few minutes, right? So until it will open, right? I will something, right? So the important thing here. Okay, the important thing here, right? Nowadays, right, there is a promotional program is introduced by AWS, right? So it means, right, previously they don't introduce these type of programs, right? So what you can get, you are getting a free AWS vouchers, right? Without spending any amount, you are earning a free AWS certification vouchers, right? So for getting that voucher, you have a basic requirement, right? That basic requirement can be changed, right? We are using different basic requirements and earn that basic qualification, right? So one of that basic requirements, you are successfully complete this AWS Academy Cloud Foundation course module, right? Once you successfully complete this course module, right? Let's say normally I will assign 2 month duration. Within the 2 month duration, you need to complete this course module. Uh, Depending on how long it will take, maybe you are complete the course module within 1 month. It's okay for you, right? You are giving more advantage, right? So the important thing here, once you successfully complete this course module, right? So you are earning a digital badge. So once you earn the digital badge, right, you are getting an email ID. You are getting an email to join one community, right? Once you once you successfully earn that course module, today I will assign that course module. You are getting a notification after the session, right? So now what will happen? Once you successfully complete and earn the digital badge, you are getting an email notification to join this emerging talent community, right? Throughout this emerging talent community, we are earning the certificate. If you are not get any email after completing the AWS Academy Cloud Foundation course module, maybe if you are not getting within 2 days, then you can create AWS Educate account. This is the AWS Educate account, right? So just you can Google it as AWS Educate. You can Google it as AWS Educate, right? So just go here in that menu, just you can register your account. For the registration purposes, you need to use the same university email ID, right? So once you are using the same university email ID, after you need to do these things after you complete the course module, right? After you complete AWS Academic Cloud Foundation course module, then only you can register, right? If you are not getting that invitation to join this AWS Emerging Talent Community, then you can create AWS Educate account. Once you create the AWS Educate account, definitely within 2 days, you are getting this button, right? You are enabling the AWS Emerging Talent Community button once you completed that AWS Cloud Foundation course module, right? So after you're completing this course module and you are getting this batch, once you go through here, right? Here there are some everyday tasks they assign you, right? So maybe now we have two tasks, right? It means task in the sense they will teach you something, some basic things, right? The basic aspects of AWS. They will write some articles, or you need to go through the article and answer the questions. Or sometimes there are some videos to share their recent technologies. Likewise, there are different tasks they will assign you, right? So once you successfully log in the initial time, you are getting around 30 tasks, right? Once you complete all the 30 tasks, you earn around 2000 coins, 2000 points, right? This is the points, right? Now, how we are climbing the vouchers, right? So maybe for this activity, you can spend at least 2 months, right? So you need to spend here 2 months to earn the digital you need to spend 2 months to get the vouchers, AWS associate level exam vouchers. You need to spend here 1 to 2 months, right? It's up to your active involvement, right? Every week they will assign 5 to 6 stars. For each task, they have some certain level of points, right? So once you earn this point, right, there is a section called rewards, right? So once you go to the reward section, in the reward section, you notice, right, different certificate vouchers, right? So if you have 4,500 points, then you can request foundation vouchers, right? So I already show you the AWS Cloud Foundation voucher. So to this voucher, they are giving you 100% discount, right? So without any charge, you can get this voucher. The important thing is the voucher is expired after August 31st, right? So if you look at here, this expires 31st of August, right? Within that, you need to complete the exams. Also, after you earn the batch, right? After you earn this voucher, right? There is something called that exam preparations, right? There are some platform. AWS Skill Builder. On that AWS Skill Builder for different courses, different exam preparation questions are there. You need to do the mock test. Then if you earn above 70 percentage, right, in the mock test, then only they will provide these vouchers with 100 percentage off, right? So that is the criteria, right? So this is a foundation voucher, right? Even if you don't need the foundation, you already have some basic knowledge, you can directly get the associate level vouchers, right? So if you want associate level vouchers, you need to earn 5,200 coins, right? If you earn 5,200 points, then only you are eligible. Then you're earning above 5,200, your button is enabled, then you can request. Right here, if you notice here we have different associate level certification, right? Solution architect, right? DevOps associate, system operation administrator, uh, data engineer associate, machine learning engineer associate. Likewise, for different, already I show you some associate certification, professional certification, right? So those certification also you are getting a free discount once you got this earning, the points earning, right? So how we are earning the point throughout these reward section, right? So throughout these home page, right? So if you visit once a day, once a week, or twice a week, just visit these AWS Educate. Here you are find out some of the activities. Once you complete these activities, you are earning the points. Once you collect the points into 5,200, you are directly sit for that. You are directly get the 100% off exam voucher, and you can sit for the exams, right? With free of charge, you can sit for the exams, right? Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? Tell me. Do you have any questions? Anyone have any questions? You can ask. Uh, yeah, it means today I will assign the courses, right? So today I will, maybe after the session, you are getting an email, right? That time onwards, you can start, right? You can learn anytime, right? So if you have free time, you can just go through module by module, right? So each sub modules you need to complete. Each of the module, they have some questions, right? So that testing questions, so you can complete, right? Anytime you can follow, right? Depending on your free time, you can go through the content, right? Okay, now I'm showing you that AWS hands-on experience, right? How we are getting real AWS platform, and we are getting some experience, right? Any questions you can ask until I will share the screen. If you have any questions, you can ask. Anything to ask or any doubts, you can ask. Okay, if you wish to get AWS hands-on experience, right? So yeah, this is the thing, right? So go to your course module, right? So go to your course module, right? So go to your course module, maybe in the Moodle account. This is the course page, right? Just you can click that modules. So you can, sorry, you can scroll down the modules. You can find out something called sandbox environment. Once you click the sandbox environment, it will redirect you to this page, right? Uh, So once you click the sandbox environment, uh, it will redirect you to the page, right? So in this page, right, they are giving some instruction how we are dealing with this AWS cloud uh, real environment hands-on experience. So maybe you can go through this document. Otherwise, maybe you can just directly click this uh, start lab button. Once you click this start lab button, right? Once you click this start lab button, you are getting this window, right? So it will take 1 or 2 minutes. Uh, then it means it will create the virtual environment, virtual uh, dummy environment. So get some hands-on experience, right? If you wish to get some hands-on experience with the AWS real platform, right? So you are getting this sandbox environment and you are getting some courses, right? So yeah, familiar with that. There are tools and technologies, right? Yeah, yeah. I will finish by 5 to 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes, just I will show you this one and I will finish the session, right? If you have any questions, you can ask until it will loading. Any questions? Don't have any questions? Okay. Maybe upcoming sessions. Maybe if you're okay, I will do arrange some sessions. I will arrange some sessions. Throughout the session, I will teach you some basics of cloud, right? So now, after I will assign the course module, you can, if you have free time, just you can spend 1 or 2 hours every day, try to complete the contents, right? So because of that one, you are earning some professional qualifications, right? So they are creating some dummy environment for me, right? Okay. Now, once you successfully launch, you are getting a status ready, right? So I'm getting a status as a ready. Right now, my one is okay, right? So now just I can close this one. Now if I click this AWS, right? Once I click this AWS, right? The important thing here, this virtual environment is online for 3 hours, right? So every 3 hours, it automatically shut down this virtual environment, right? So what I am telling, if you want to get practice, so if you get some hands-on experience, so you can use only 3 hours, right? So just look at here. So now 2 hours and 56 minutes are remaining. So just if I click this AWS button, right, there is a window open, right? So that is the actual AWS environment, right? So maybe if you are using your credit cards, if you create a real uh, account, right? That industry using these accounts, right? So this is actual AWS dashboard, right? So this is we can call AWS console dashboard, right? So here you can get all the services, right? Let's say if you want to create some virtual machine, you are using this easy to instant Elastic Compute Cloud services, right? If you want to create some virtual network, you can use VPC, Virtual Private Cloud, right? If you want to create some different user group, you are using IAM services, right? Identity and access management, right? If you want to create some databases, you are using RDS, right? Relational database services, right? If you are using MongoDB, you are using MongoDB services, right? So let's say now if I want to create some EC2 instance is a virtual machine, right? You're already familiar with virtual machine with VMware or VirtualBox. Here also we are creating some virtual machines, right? So here maybe you are create some virtual instances, right? So maybe upcoming weeks I will do some sessions, right? So on that session I will show you how we are get experience, right? So how we are creating the virtual machines, right? So also this how to create the virtual machine content is there, right? So if you go through your course, right, if you go through the course module, right, you have a content, right? So if you go through the course module, you have a content called compute, right? So once you go inside the compute, right, so you can learn the things how we are create the virtual machine. If I want to create some uh, Linux virtual machine, how I can create. If I want to create some Windows server machine, how I can create. So you can learn, right? Once you go through these videos, they will teach you what are the important aspects about this virtual machine, how we are create the virtual machine. So based on that learning, right, based on that content, you can easily create a virtual machine, right? So here you can go to the instances, right? Here you can find something called launch instance. Once you click the launch instance, it will here you can provide a name for your virtual machines, right? So then you can select the operating system, Linux operating systems or Ubuntu or Mac OS, Red Hat or whatever, right? Maybe if you have any of your OS operating system images, you also upload your images and you can use, right? So then here you can select the architecture, right? So then you can select the memory, right? What is the how many virtual CPUs you need, right? So just look at here. If you want 8 GB memory or what is the virtual CPUs, right? So not only that, just look at here. There are some, they are not allowed, right? So if you are doing some high performing works, right? So you can request these virtual machines, right? 192 GB memory plus 96 virtual CPUs, VRAMs, right? So depending on the requirements, you can use. But the important thing here, the cost will vary, right? So let's say you are doing a research. For that research purposes, you need to do some model training, right? You have a huge amount of data. You need some model training or AI model training or machine learning models or deep learning models. You are using these type of machines, right? So let's say if you look at this one here, 32, sorry, 36 GB, 36 virtual CPUs plus 72 GB memory, right? If you're running this virtual machine, or for 1 hour you need to spend uh, depending on the operating system. If it's a Windows operating system, you need to run you need to pay $3 per hour. If even if it's a Linux OS, you can run $1.53 per hour, right? So it means you can complete your task within few minutes, right? Otherwise, if you are doing with your physical machines, it takes 1 or 2 days even to train the models, right? Likewise, we are getting so many benefits with the help of these, right? So you can select this one, then you can configure all other things and you can create the virtual machines, right? So because by using that virtual machine, you can complete your work, right? So virtual machine is similar to your Windows machines, right? So that's all about the session, right? If you have any questions, you can ask, right? So maybe within half an hour, I will share that link for each and every one. Just go through the modules, right? Complete the course content. Then you can get within 1 or 2 days, you are getting an emerging talent community invitation. If not, you are creating the AWS Academy, AWS Educate account. You can register the AWS Educate account by using the same student email ID. Then you are getting the invitation automatically. You are added to that emerging talent community within 72 hours, right? Then you can complete the day-to-day task, then you can earn the vouchers, then you can sit for the exams and you can earn a professional qualification without spending any amount of money. You are earning an associate level or foundation level professional certification without spending anything. Just you need to utilize your time. You can complete the task, you can earn a professional qualification, right? That's all about the session. If you have any questions, you can ask. Any questions? Yeah, for your student email ID, right? Already we are provide your student email IDs, right? For your student email IDs, today you can check your student email ID. You receive an invitation to access this course module, right? Yeah. Any other questions? Yeah, just you can log into your student email ID through Gmail, then you can check the inbox. You'll find an email notification regarding the invitation to join the Cloud Foundation course module, right? Any questions? Okay, if you don't have any questions, we will wind up the session now. Maybe we will meet another day If you have anything to clarify, we will arrange another session by next week, or depending on your availability, I will arrange another session if you need to clarify anything related to this course module, right? Otherwise, maybe you can contact me in the faculty and you can clarify your doubts, or you can clarify the course access or whatever. You can clarify with me anytime in the faculty, right? Okay, thank you very much for your participations, right? So try to learn something new for your career, right? Thank you very much.